Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video, and this is a paid request for Ryan. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, reviews, tier lists, rankings, commentaries, reactions, video game playthroughs, what have you, PayPal's usually the best bet. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to it as soon as I can. And this is for another episode of Futurama, this time Saturday morning fun pit from Season 7, Episode 19. And I wasn't sure what it was about, because it's called Saturday Morning Fun Pit. I'm like, okay, what's it? But pretty much it's Nixon with his head in a jar, deciding to watch cartoons, and it's a take on those cartoon blocks that we would have back in the day. And that's the thing, is that kids nowadays won't even know what the hell that Saturday morning cartoon, what the whole thing's about. Because they don't have that anymore. Because of streaming. A lot of kids don't watch TV nowadays. It's what's on their phone, what's on their computers. Streaming to Netflix, Amazon, whatever the case. Peacock. YouTube. But I remember seeing that back in the day, seeing, the ABC cartoon block where it's, this number of stuff, whether it be Reboot or Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show or CBS Ninja Turtles and, all these other cartoons. And here it's doing parodies of that. So one is a take on Scooby-Doo. One's a take on kind of strawberry shortcakes, but done in the vein of the Smurfs, just to sell a cereal. And then one's done like G.I. Joe. This was fun. This was a lot of fun to watch, I will say. I liked the way they parodied certain aspects. I did love the bit on Scooby-Doo because I love Scooby-Doo. I'm a fan of Scooby-Doo. I like the take on the song, "No one understands what you say, not even the jerk in the ascot." Or how they get weirded by the laugh track. It's like, who's laughing? The laugh track does appear throughout, but they kind of don't mention it. I kind of wish that each time it appeared they did mention something about it and kept that joke running of who the hell is that, of course it's Scooby-Doo, so Fry plays Shaggy, and of course they do weed jokes, so they do, some typical ones that are kind of predictable, but pretty much the story is that the mystery van meets at this place where George Takei is at. It's the actual George Takei. And he says, "Oh, this dragon ghost is screwing up my Kabuki theater, but also there's a basketball arena built over there, and no one's going to go to my Kabuki theater." So they meet George Takei, then they go over there, and they see the Harlem Globetrotters, and, "Oh, we're here to play a game, so they're going to clone a bunch of Larry Birds." So they actually do get Larry Bird, but I kind of like what they did is, it's like if someone recorded Larry Bird saying, "Hey, this is Larry Bird, and no, I don't want to do your show." But did you hear like it was like a tape recorder or an answer machine? I think more like an answer machine, and they play the answer machine you hear, and that's the only dialogue from Larry Bird. So I thought that was actually kind of funny. And they did some play on Scooby-Doo. Like when Bender is Scooby, Fry is Shaggy. The bit in Scooby-Doo where they run through the doors, they don't do that. They just run through one set of doors, and then the camera sits there, and then nothing happens. So I thought that was kind of funny to play against that. Or the whole, you pull the mask off, but instead Leela accidentally pulls the head off, and their take on the Harlem Globetrotters, which were, I think, on Scooby-Doo. And of course, there was a lot of times where they had special guest stars, like Don Knotts and Jonathan Winters and other people of that nature. Or they finally pull off the mask and it's George Takei. Oh, you did it because of this? No, I didn't do it because of that. Then why did you do it? Because I'm mentally ill. Because I'm crazy as shit. So yeah, I thought it was a fun take on Scooby-Doo. Like I said, some of the jokes were obvious, like the weed jokes and stuff, but overall, cool to have George Takei and technically Larry Bird in there. Again, it's a 20-minute episode, so they only have... I mean, there's 3 parts, so you gotta separate, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes or so with each one, so there's not a lot of time to play with, but again, I would say that's my... Well, actually, no, I wouldn't say that's my favorite of 3. I'll get to that in a bit. Now, the second one, that's called Purpleberry Pond, which is everyone's happy and chipper in this village. And it's like the Smurfs, because you have Professor as Gargamel, but not really looking down saying, I need their stuff, I need their stuff. But he never gets off his ass to go over there and get it. It's just one of these repeated things where it's just to sell cereal. Oh, we got Purpleberry Puffs. And then it keeps coming back to a commercial where kids are eating cereal. And then Fry comes, and oh, he's an orange. Oh, he's different. Oh, well, why don't I have some orange in this? And it takes 2 colors to make a rainbow. And then it keeps coming back to the cereal. And it seems like each time it cuts back and the kids eat more and more, they get fatter and fatter. That one, I mean, it was funny for what it was. I think it could have been a bit shorter. Because you kind of get the joke very quick, and they just kind of keep repeating it. But that's the point. I did it, so wasn't bothered too much. Because, oh, Purpleberry Puffs commercial. People eating the cereal. Oh, here's someone comes in with a new flavor. Eat it. Cereal. Oh my god, it's snowing. It's not snow, it's sugar. Then cut to a commercial. We have a new brand, so... I mean, I would say that's really the only joke in it. So it's definitely a one-note joke. So I don't think it was as interesting as the other 2, the first and last one, but it was fine for what it needed. And to be fair, there were shows that were just there to sell something. I mean, even Ninja Turtles at first was there to sell action figures. Same with Transformers and other stuff. Here, does it sell a cereal? But the one I liked more was a take on G.I. Joe. Where, like, the guy's like, go me! Instead of go Joe. I mean, yeah, his name... Well, technically his name was Duke, but... If you were Joe, you don't go me! Only this is called G.I. Zap. The reason I liked this the most of the 3 was because... From time to time, Nixon, in the present time, is getting yelled at by the public about cartoons, and this one about how violent it is. So he's like, okay, I'll fix that. So you see that he starts editing the whole the whole segment. So for example, if the episode called Throat Slit, he says banana split, and he changes it. So a lot of times you'll have Nixon in that impersonation of Nixon. Characters will say something that seems violent or do something that says violent, and he tries to edit himself in, verbal-wise, to make it more sanitized. So, pull him straight to hell. Church! Tell my wife I'll be home for dinner. So it's just that he constantly keeps changing the script and just, like someone throws a grenade and it hits, oh my god, what a water balloon. Or, it was just funnier just how desperate he was getting at trying to edit and throw in these lines to try to make it more of a safer, sanitized show. Until finally he gets to a point where I think like Bender has like a chainsaw and all this stuff ready to cut someone up, and Nixon's just looking at him going, I can't do this anymore. Just cut the show. So I'm not going to give everything away on that, but I thought that was the just how oversensitive and how overzealous censorship can be on the most ridiculous stuff. I thought I did a funny job of that. I did to hear just how he's tried to censor certain things, or stuff happens, but he tries to say stuff that, oh, that's not really what it is. It's this. You know? Oh, Fry is sleeping. Like, it's clear that he's dead, but he's like, Fry is sleeping. That was easily my favorite of the three. I got a kick out of that. So that alone sold the episode for me. The Scooby-Doo parody was funny. The Purple Berry Pine I didn't mind. I mean, it was a one joke, but it was it was fine. But the censorship bit on the GI Zap, that was hilarious. I thought, again, that sealed the deal for me. So I quite liked it for that. And in a weird way, remind me, well, not that, but the whole Saturday morning block, man, it reminds me back to the day, and in a weird way we lost. It's, what did he do? Sorry, I'm being nostalgic or reminiscing about stuff, but yeah, that's something that kids nowadays won't really ever have. And I guess as someone says, how can I miss if you don't go away? So, I mean, as I grew older, it was on for years afterward. I never paid attention, but you don't think about it until it's gone. You go, man, that was a thing, and damn. But yeah, I kind of appreciate that Futurama, whether it be the one episode where it's three different styles of animation, the 1930s Fleischer cartoons, or the anime, or the 8-bit video game, or in this case, I kind of like when they do stuff like this. So there's a bit chance for the animators to be a bit creative, because they're kind of anthologies, so there's a bit more story to tell, and if one doesn't work, then maybe the other one can actually work, and just fun gimmicks, creative gimmicks. So it's fun that they do that kind of stuff, so that's pretty cool. So overall, I liked it. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, thanks once again to Ryan, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.